I ate a Pop-Tart. I did Act 4 on Dark Zone 2 with the Hateful Pyre. Only took like 10, 12 hours of attempts. Um, Turns out the solution was flagellant, and even then it took like 3 separate attempts before I finally got a win off. And oh, by the way, gay art. Like a little bit literally. Almost forgot about that. Pretty cool. I fucking hate using flagellant because it feels so strong. I mean, in part is also because I don't do the thing that you can do where you can keep rolling like stagecoach items and in items and trinkets and stuff at the start, but you know what, whatever. It's not my problem. That was it. Yeah, here's proof. Anyway, I'm high off that success. I ate some strawberry Pop Tarts, which I liked. That's also like the only thing I ate today, outside of just a lot of bread. Well, it's pan dulce, but you know, it's just bread with sugar. That's exactly great for me, but that's not the point. I also have like 36 pack of brisk all to myself, a little iced tea in a can thing. So I'm ready to read more SCP files is what I'm saying. Also, the last video got noticed by the people whose files I read, and I felt so like nervous and shit. Because I think people who write for the Foundation are cool. I think all of you guys are cool, if you can hear me. Anyway, let's take sips. We're back. We're gonna do some more. It is literally the next day. First up is Casino Crimson, parentheses CC702 slash FF000 slash RR777 by Mixed Sinister. I think I saw you in the 9K contest at some point. I may be wrong in that front. Also, I love your name. It reminds me of, I love your name. It reminds me of Prime Minister Sinister. Were you part of? Hold on. Yeah, Corporate Yowienator 9000. I'm like, I feel like you were part of that group. Hold on, just have to do a quick. No one is written for data? Huh, I'll be damned. Felt like people would have, no? I guess it's not really less there. This is for Black Diamond Billions Hub, which is the general hub for Marshall Carter and Dark Stories. Content warning. Let's see what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, huh? Oh, it's gonna be decently long. Uh, Content warning. Gore and implicit harm to children. Implicit, not explicit. Okay, cool. CC 702-FF 000-RR777. Status in use. Demand is high. Value is 3,000 GBP slash 3,300 USD per admission ticket. Is this something like Global British Pounds or something like that? I don't know. Availability 35 years, footnote 1, based on market trends. Okay. Estimated supply exhaustion is not available. External partner is Dr. Wondertainment Incorporated. Is this Wondertainment Land? Hold on. Ugh, jeez. I'm still a bit nauseous because I'm talking. Lovely. Revenue split 70% in favor, 30% to external partner. Identifiers Casino Crimson. Okay, so clearly this is not Wondertainment Land then. Which is good because Wondertainment Land is a separate file. This does make me want to check something very quickly. Only one for Dr. Wondertainment? Well, I'll be there. Give us a minute, lad. Yeah, sure, no problem. Grave Creations, Henry FH, and the Mad Stork. Anyway, identifier is Casino Crimson. Description: a three-story entertainment establishment located within Las Vegas geared towards family-friendly amusement. The building features an arcade, an extensive indoor play area, 2 stages for musical and theatrical performances, a restaurant with a seating capacity up to 100 with space for 50 more and private party rooms. The atmosphere has been curated to create a welcoming mood, couched in equal parts luxury and whimsy. Because where entertainment goes, whimsy is not far behind, I'll tell you that much. Initial write-up, penned by Robert Shahid Carter. Or is it Sahid? I don't know. Date, the 11th of October 2020. Interest, medium to high. Identifier, Casino Crimson. When I first gave Dr. Wondertainment's chief operating officer the grand tour of Las Vegas, Mr. Red asked a simple yet poignant question. Where do parents leave their kids while they're out partying? I presumed they were usually left in hotel rooms, which is part of why casinos are so often in the lobbies, easy proximity and whatnot. How depressing, he replied. Evidently, Mr. Red, I'm noticing a little red in the background, became truly disturbed by this as he continued to contact me over the following weeks to develop this venture. More than anything, I think he was attracted to the idea of opening a Wondertainment location on the West Coast, supplement their base of operations in Boston. I anticipate this will be an easy sell and a low maintenance operations. Parents will pay any premium to make sure their children don't interrupt their vacations. Funny. File opened under that same string of characters I've been repeating ad nauseum. Marshall Carter and Dark Limited. Dr. Wondertainment presents, in partnership with Marshall Carter and Dark Limited, the Casino Crimson. Grand opening on the 13th of August 2020. Featuring games, shows, and food. Don't miss it. So we've got... Is this Texas Hold'em? We've got Texas Hold'em, picture of a child in a hallway. We've all been there. I presume this is just the ceiling. Roulette wheel, grand hall, and a cupcake. A chocolate cupcake. I'm not a big fan of chocolate-flavored desserts, unless they're specifically brownies. I know I'm very strange for that. Just not big on chocolate. Or frosting in general, that's why I don't like cake. Casino Crimson's seasonal menu. Starters, French fries. France as an abstract concept, sliced into wedges, fried and served with salt and truffle. And truffle? Motherfucker, you're ritzy as hell, eh? Aquarium gravel, a crunchy and colorful delight made 100% safe to eat. Full transparency, I'd order that in a heartbeat. Roasting red pepper hummus. Be prepared for an onslaught of witty insults from this dip. Don't take its jabs personally, as all roasts are made in good fun, served with crimson carrots and pink pita chips. Pink pita, huh? Main courses, dino nuggets, made with real triceratops meat farmed from revived prehistoric DNA, served with amber ketchup. I wonder if that'd be any good. Scarlet sliders, 3 mini cheeseburgers from the cha-cha slide right there on your plate. Oh, hell yeah. Red hot chili con carne. Ground beef stew that automatically adjusts the customer's ideal spice level, piled high with your shredded cheese of choice, perfect for these chilly desert nights. Sweet tooth, which I'm assuming is dessert. Reddest velvet cake, 100% organic with only 2 ingredients, red and velvet. Cherry creme brulee, rich, creamy, crunchy. We even torched them tableside. It's just normal, I guess. And more, provided in the confectionery court, courtesy of Dr. Wondertainment Sweets and Consumables Department. Well, I guess no, this is an abstract concept you're eating. Yeah, the only thing that's normal is fucking creme brulee, I guess. Unless you can't make that, and I don't know that, because I don't order fancy shit, because I don't go outside of my house very often. Drinks. The chef favorites are Code Red Colada, Red 40 Fruit Punch, fuck yeah, and Strawberry Spritzer. All drinks served with Dr. Wondertainment's super positional seltzer drinks will not contain alcohol unless consumed by someone biologically 21 years of age. So parents, feel free to share a drink with your kid, but if they're not quite old enough for driver's license, make sure you've got a ride home. Well, make sure you've got a ride home. I misread that. Notice from the Dr. Wondertainment Public Relations Department. For the safety of all involved, Mr. Red is not allowed to make toys, tamper with foodstuff, give tours, conduct customer-facing events, or otherwise interact with children or families without the presence of a robust security detail. Okay. To Rob Carter at MC&D@mail.mc&d, from Red at drwondertainment.redacted. CC Piecework at drwondertainment.redacted. Date sent on the 14th of October 2020 at 12:05 PST, Pacific Standard Time. Subject is Casino Crimson. Robert, very excited to have this show officially on the road, capital D. Since I can't be in Vegas 24/7 anymore, I'm handing the on-the-ground stuff to my PR rep, Piecework Piper. If you recall, I introduced you to at the grand opening. You'll like her, Robert. She's a doll, literally. In any case, image is everything, and while I absolutely hope nothing goes awry moving forward, it's good to know we've got someone there who's capable of covering our asses if they do. Let's make our fathers proud, hmm? To Rob Carter, MC&D at MC&D, from Piecework. Date sent the 16th, which is 2 days after the previous one, of October 2020, at 9:38 Pacific Standard Time. Subject is Vegas Demons and Casino Crimson. Oh, I'm already having fun. Dear Mr. Carter, thank you for having me on this project. close parentheses, it's a monumental honor. As previously discussed, we have some concerns regarding Las Vegas's demon population and our operation's steadily declining reputation with them. They have it in their heads that we're stepping on their toes with such an entertaining, child-friendly establishment, which is to be expected given their influence on the gaming industry here, despite our insistence that parents dropping their children off in one location won't interfere with their temptations and business. I'm grateful we were able to fend them off from causing any damage during the grand opening, but I won't sugarcoat it. Subsequent dialogue has gone poorly. If they continue to behave in such a vile manner, Dr. Wondertainment Incorporated will be forced to take appropriate countermeasures where our property and dignity are concerned. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but it goes without saying, I hope that we will tolerate no funny business where any children are involved. Just because we value our image does not mean it's an empty facade. We value the kids' whimsy and well-being every bit as much as you value profit and capital. Fucking love Wondertainment so much. Luckily, Mr. Carter, their attitudes simmered down when I gave in and said I would defer these concerns to you. You can help pacifying them, yes? This is something best nipped in the bud now. Don't want to overlook the sparks that turn to wildfires, after all. Please don't hesitate to reach out if there's anything you need. Toodaloo, Piper Ellison from Dr. Wondertainment Public Relations. To piecework from Persephone at mcndoutmail.mcnd. Date sent the 16th of October. There's another 2 days. No, that's 6 days later. Okay. Wait. Oh no, sent the same day, a fucking minute later, damn. Yeah, at the 16th of October 2020 at 9:39 Pacific Standard Time, subject re-CC notice. Robert Carter is currently out of office. He will read and reply to this email when he returns on return date not specified. If this is an urgent matter, please contact MC&D's business partner support line. Persephone says this is not a human email, is auto-magically generated by artificially intelligent conscripts developed by Marshall Carter and Dark Limited. Fucking A. Leave that shit to Anderson, huh? Attachment code CC702/FF000/RR777-01. Hellbound Communication number 8200, date received the 16th of October 2020, address to Robert S. Carter, written by the Great Duke Ashtaroth. Robert, darling dearest, I don't know where you found these wonderful TM friends of yours, or how they convinced you that they're setting up shop on our turf was a good idea, but it's time to come back to reality. Parents are spending far too much time in this fake casino of theirs, and well, Vegas is not meant to be a kid-friendly place. We are a city of sin, dear boy, and you know we feed off that. We do not appreciate Wondertainment's meddlesome antics. Smiling facades be damned, these interlopers have audacity and malice in spades. Surely you know that. To top it all off, this little red friend of yours is the most reprehensible vile aura I think I ever encountered. Fix this, won't you? I get that he's part of the Little Misters line, I just forget which one red is. The exact same attachment code, Hellbound Communications 8204, date received the 18th of October 2020, which is finally 2 days later. Addressed to Great Duke Ashtaroth, written by Robert S. Carter, Your Grace. I understand your frustration, but I assure you everything is fine. Any issues you ought to take up with Wondertainment's people. I have more pressing matters to attend to. Attachment code CC702/FF000/RR777-03, Hellbound Communications number 8205, date received the 18th of October 2020. We fucking love 2-day intervals here. Addressed to Robert S. Carter, written by the Great Duke Ashtaroth. More important things than these clowns taking over operations in real estate, such as two question marks? As for Wondertainment's people, to whom should we defer? That red-eyed freak of a toy man, COO? Or perhaps that ragdoll fixer of his? At least she has the decency to be sweet on the eyes. If Wondertainment weren't such prudes, I wouldn't mind seeing what fun my friends in the second circle could have with her and a seam ripper. While we're at it, they're cheats, those Wondertainers. Anytime one of them waltzes into one of my casinos, I lose far too much money, and damn it, I can't even tell you what tricks they're employing to do it. I swear, I've seen every sort of card counter and sleight of hand smart-ass Vegas has to offer, and yet it's fucking impossible to catch any of them red-handed, even with surveillance. As baffling as it is, it's too much to expect them to make any sense, I suppose. Besides, I can't be shocked they like to play games, and I'm hardly hemorrhaging cash because of their occasional game night on the town, but it's the principle. They would do well to remember who the house is. Let them know that if I so much as hear some poor fuck with a Boston accent in my establishments, the kindest option is that I will kick them out. At Cyclia Joyner, 4 stars, on the 18th of November 2020, I dropped off my kids, 7F, 8M, off for an afternoon. They seem to have had fun, even learned a few new card games before we left. Not a great selection of food, especially for adults, but decent service and a spectacular show to accompany dinner. Sorry, I'm just clearing my throat. While we were at the restaurant, we actually had the chance honor of meeting the young Mr. Carter, polite young man, if a bit reserved, certainly more soft-spoken than you'd expect, especially if you've ever done business with his father. We're just gratefully tolerated our son's possibly insensitive questions about his tail and gas mask. Took another sip. Suzanne E., 1980. 1 star on the 18th of November. Please be... same day. I was about to say, if it's another 2-day interval. 18th of November 2020. I brought my son here to keep him away from all the Sin City horror. I left him under the belief he was being properly supervised. When I came back, there was a demon goading him into what it must have been a T-Rex's worth of dino nuggets. His GI tract tore, and we spent all night in the hospital. When I had the staff, they got all flustered, and they said they thought it was his father. How stupid are you people? I'm going to sue all your asses. R_Roland, 2 stars. The 2-day intervals! It's 2-day intervals! The 20th of November 2020. My kids have been raised around here long enough to spot a demon pulling tricks from a mile off, and as a parent, I still don't like seeing the greed types lingering around, hounding more gullible children to various games and cons. Of course, the adults working there usually manage to chase him off, but I'm calling it now. This is going to be the origin story for some poor kid's gambling addiction. No, that ended up being loot boxes in Overwatch or some shit. Or gacha games. Fucking hate gacha. Not even games, dog. They're just fucking gamblings. The following document was originally written for Dr. Wondertainment's internal records. To its significance, it was forwarded and attached to this file. Wondertainment Department of Public Relations, Incident Report number 777367, date AWE 25/2020. Awesome-tober. Wonderworld's calendar designation for the 10th month of the year. I fucking love Wondertainment so much. And by Piper Ellison, location Las Vegas, Nevada. Details. Cooper Black, who has been acting as our lead blackjack dealer, showed up to my hotel room covered in so much blood you'd have thought he swam a mile through strawberry jam if not for the smell of iron. As I got him cleaned up, he told me that he'd been jumped outside Pearl Point's casino, barely managed to get out before they broke those slight hands of his, swore to me he hasn't even been cheating, and that he had been doing his best to get along with everyone. I believe him, at least on the latter. We've all been making an effort towards amicability, not to be mistaken for helplessness, mind. The demons here ought to know that no toy company survives this long without having teeth. Poppy Playtime reference here. I'm sorry that I can't make one, I'm just not the biggest fan. Attachment code CC702/FF000/RR777-04. Hellbound Communications number 8212. Date received the 29th of October 2020. Addressed to the Great Duke Ashtaroth. Written by P. Piper Ellison. Your godless grace, I'd wager that you and yours plan to do something silly on Halloween. I'll applaud your audacity, though someone should really teach you how to quit. Still, I can't complain too much. It's been fun getting to turn your associates into tablecloths and curtains. Needlework's always such a soothing activity, and the succubi especially have lovely skin. You'll laugh reading this, I'm sure. Who does this little ragdoll of a girl think she is, writing underhanded threats to the Duke of Hell? But it's not me, Your Grace, that will come to meet you should you try to disrupt our operations moving forward. Mr. Red, my chief operating officer, is not allowed on the Casino Crimson premise without ample security detail. Crucially, this escort exists for the safety of everyone else rather than himself. Have you had the delight in meeting him? No? Good. If I were you, I'd think twice about making that acquaintance, unless you plan to do so with a more open heart and mind than you have hitherto displayed. Toodaloo. To Rob Carter at MC&D at Outmill MC&D from Red, Dr. Wondertainment. Date sent on the 1st of November 2020. 12:31 Pacific Standard Time. Subject CC update : capital P. Hi Robert. 3 exclamation points. Happy belated Halloween. Having a good time in, where'd you say you were vacationing? Karaki? I'm elated, that I got to actually spend the holiday on site. Didn't think they'd let me, what with all the kids running around and all. I have a tendency to scare the children, I'm told, but not nearly so much as those demonic friends of yours. Bandit of them showed up looking for a fight just as dinner festivities started. We gave them one, we won. I mean, at the end of the day, it should come as no surprise that Dr. Wondertainment and its associates bear the very best toys and the very best arms. I made the executive decision to turn them to pinatas. Piper took care of skinning them and stitching them back up. Sweet girl, I gave the kids the stick. I spent all evening getting whacked around. They're on schedule for another birthday party's worth of 8-year-olds this afternoon. The rest of the ruffians we turned to anatomically incorrect decorative skeletons in line with the spooky season spirit. Hope you don't mind. Anatomically incorrect is hilarious. I love that. To Red from Rob Carter's date sent the 2nd. No longer 2-day intervals, 1-day intervals. The 2nd of November 2020, 15:25 Pacific Standard Time. Subject: CC update: capital P. Glad to hear you're able to handle it by yourself. Quite the PR team you have. Let me know if any further issues arise. Best regards. To Robert from Red, sent the same day at 16:08 Pacific Standard Time. Same subject. Oh, awesome. You know, I'm used to hearing that my solutions are too extreme for such disputes, but I'm delighted you understand. Cutthroat business out here, isn't it? Immensely glad to be working with you, Mr. Carter. Most sincerely, Ciao, with 2 exclamation points. Effie Rose S, 5 stars on the 5th of November, 2020. My only complaint is that the children won't stop asking for a vacation to Wonder World next year. We've always been a Disney family, but this really sold us. Disney and all that, by the way. The musical theater production during dinner... I'm going to get killed for saying that. The musical theater production during dinner was extraordinary no matter your age, and the bounce castle slash trampoline park slash ball pit combination really managed to wear my kids out enough before bedtime. As if that all wasn't enough, they had hands down the best selection of sweets I have ever tasted in my life. Bounce castle trampoline ball... Oh, like those... Yeah. Elisenda Ruiz, 88. 3 stars, 10th of November 2020. Left 3 stars. Left my son there for the day to go to a work meeting. Got in the car all smiles. Told me, Mom, I've never screamed so much in my life. Okay, whatever that means. Still don't know. He's had nightmares every day for a week since, but he keeps begging me to send him back. Matt Arnold 0, 1 star, the 15th of November 2020. Should have dropped the kids off at Chuck E. Cheese for a better time and a fraction of the price. Ain't that the fucking truth? I miss going. To Robert from Piecework. Subject is red. As in red, like Mr. Red. Date sent the 16th of November. 1 day interval. 2020 at 2:34 Pacific Standard Time. Subject a bad feeling. I sincerely hope vacation is treating you well. Antalya, was it? Beautiful beaches, so I hear. It's sometime in the afternoon for you, I guess. Here it's long past the point in the night where it's acceptable for me to write and send emails. Sometimes when I can't sleep, I play a game where I think of every single thing that can possibly go wrong. I've never reached an end to that list, and certainly don't expect to find it in Vegas, PR people. A bit like lawyers, with 6th sense for liability. Actually, it's not a very efficient exercise at putting me to sleep at all. Yours is a valued business partnership, not only to Dr. Wondertainment as a whole, but especially to Red. Whatever opinion you may or may not even have on me, do not doubt that what I do, I will do with his best interests in mind. Forgive any unprofessionalism in sending this. I'm dead sober. It's just that the list is running long tonight. Incident report CC 702 /FF000 /RR777-01. Date the 18th of November 2020. Penned by Robert S. Carter. This evening, a group of 30 people made reservations to celebrate a kid's 7th birthday. Besides booking a private party room and paying extra to control the music all evening, they also ordered a pop-out cake. Obviously, this was intended to be a PG variation of the types of pop-out cakes you typically see in Vegas, rather than a stripper. It was supposed to be the kid's favorite character or a clown or something. Instead, it turned out to be a lust demon in there. Some blonde with double Ds, 4 tongues, twice as many rows of teeth. They weren't even wearing much to begin with, but they pulled their top off for good measure. Each breast had a mouth of its own. They all started moaning almost as loud as the kids were screaming. Obviously, a room full of children getting flashed in your premises isn't great for the optics of any company, least of all Wondertainment. The last thing they needed was another brawl in the books, but that's what happened. One fire after another. At least Wondertainment has people for putting those out. Too much smoke around the whole thing to even breathe. I just want to go home. To Robert from Piecework, date sent the 18th, which is the same day that was penned, at 21:45 Pacific Standard Time. Subject is Carter. May this email find you best in Vegas. If I get an out-of-office note, or if I hear you're already back on vacation, I know you're not short of private planes and other ways to get your nepo higher self back on site. We've been trying to raise alarms with you for 2 months. Rather than show any initiative, you decided to be all laissez-faire about your own fucking venture, and this is the result. Well, that says damn, I'm not fucking. But laissez-faire about your own damn venture, and this is the result. And now, based on your incident report, Red sent over document sharing is not a one-way street. You don't have an ounce of care for the children we've let be traumatized on our watch. Are you serious? 2 question marks. Do you have handlers, an executive assistant, anyone you can outsource your competence to? If you want to cry about my audacity and disrespect to an MC&D exec, I welcome you to tell your bosses about it. Please be my guest. It would sure make my job easier. My bosses will understand. I'm handling this for Dr. Wondertainment, not for you. Beyond that, your image means not a thing to me. To Red and Rob Carter from Piecework, date sent the 18th, 2020, 23:22 Pacific Standard Time. Subject is damage control. Okay, situation right now. CCTV footage of the event's vaulted. Still plenty of cell phone recordings. I can run around like mad trying to get NDA signed, but no one wants to sign, and I can't blame them. And no, Red, we cannot use threats and coercion for this. I could use some janitor-grade amnestics. Surely between the two, you can procure some. Furthermore, someone sabotaged the cake, likely an inside job. Arranged to have 3 packs of Wondertainment's loudmouth licorice shipped here. Red, can you start staff interrogations before I get back? Keep it quiet, and please no fingernail pulling or funny stuff. It's not an effective way to get real confessions, and you know it. Our last resort for PR crises like this are little misters, but using them for anything here will let the doctor know. It kills me to have my resources limited in a situation this extreme, but so help me, I'm going to try to get us through this without either of your fathers finding out. Take another sip. Throat kind of hurts. This is a good one. I love this a lot, actually. This is going to get an upvote, without a shadow of a doubt. Following is a transcript of CCTV footage taken from the main staff break room inside CC 702 /FF000 /RR777. The date is the 20th of November 2020. Time began 7:30 GMT -7. Begin transcript. Mr. Red stands at the front of a group of employees. He walks back and forth in long, slow steps with his arms crossed behind his back as he speaks. Hey everybody, thanks for coming in so bright and early. Those of you who made it will be commended for your quarterly review. Now, pop quiz, you can tell me the difference between a snitch and a rat. Awkward silence and confused mumbling. Well, a rat's a rodent, and I'm pretty sure a snitch isn't. I don't quite know which category you fall into, but... Red picks up a large duffel bag and unceremoniously opens it, dumping a body out onto the floor, its face covered by a fabric hood which has been stitched into its flesh. I don't really care! Confused mumbling grows louder. Piper Ellison guards the only exit to the room, watching impassively. Red grabs the fabric panel, sorry, I'm putting something away. Fabric panel obscuring the body's face and pulls harshly, ripping the seams off of skin, blood welling up from the wounds. Maybe you recognize this handsome fellow? Maybe not. This is Mr. Mark Joseph Delacroix. Say hello, Mark. Mark groans. Red kicks him swiftly in the ribs. Okay, you can shut up now. For those of you who don't know, Mark was born and raised in Vegas, ran off to join our circus circa 6 years ago. Red grabs Mark by the hair. He also took a sweet 300,000 US dollars in exchange for letting a second circle stripper crawl into a kid's birthday cake. Red drags Mark upright. Tell me, did you at least use that to pay off your gambling debts, or did you just take it out and try to double it? Mark is silent for 4 seconds before Red barks a contemptuous laugh. Doesn't matter. What matters is that Mark here has been fudging us over, acting as a man on the inside for enemies since day one. Red pauses to look at a group of candy crafters from Dr. Wondertainment Sweets and Consumables Department. We claim this vile man as one of our own, took care of and accepted him no longer. Mark groans in protest. Red gives him a hard shake by his hair. Not after what he did, not after what those kids saw. If we are not a company for the children, we are a company for no one. Red goes silent for 3 seconds as rust and rot spreads to Mark's scalp. Do I recognize you now? I don't... Now, we could have dealt with this discreetly, I thought about it, taking the high road, handling with class, but... Red grins. Subtle's not really my style, and I want to make an example for you all. Amidst a group of other employees, Cammy Lawson sobs into her hand. Red snaps to stare her down. Those around her do the same. Something to say? Cammy hesitates and shakes her head. Good, because anyone who sympathizes with this man, I will take to be sympathetic with his cause. Am I understood? Scattered affirmative answers. Visible tension appears between the Wondertainers and non-Wondertainers in the room. They stare at each other with mistrust and shock. A hotel staffer tries to whisper something to Piper, who shakes her head. That wasn't rhetorical, people. Am I understood? Various affirmative answers from all. Wonderful. Now, I won't keep you all too long. Can't have you leaving saying this would have been an email. So basically, Red grabs Mark by the jaw, wrenches it open. A knife manifests in his other hand, black like obsidian and pulsing with heat. You're never going to use those taste buds again, buddy. Red swiftly presses the flat of the knife into Mark's tongue. The skin crackles at the contact, and the scream gurgles and warps in Mark's throat. For 3 seconds, Red clinically holds the blade there. Various employees look away, while others cover their mouths and noses. The stench of rust and burning flesh quickly permeate the room. Red retracts the knife and lets Mark fall to the ground. Red surveys the employees. I'll remind you that you are all under airtight, non-disclosure, non-disparagement, non-compete agreements. Each and every one of you is legally subject to the same stupid prizes if you choose to play stupid games. Silence for 15 seconds. Red smiles and claps his hands together, the knife having vanished. Okay, cool. Thanks, everybody. Class dismissed. Though, actually, could my people hang back for a second? Piper steps out of the way of the door. People exit hurriedly, leaving only Wondertainment employees. Red's silent for 10 seconds, observing the group. At last, he cracks a smile and picks up Mark by the back of his collar. He's all yours. Red tosses Mark towards employees who catch him eagerly. Others pile on. A squeaky toy can be heard, followed by the tearing of flesh. Red smiles pleasantly at the camera and snaps his fingers, causing the footage to cut to black. End of transcript. Time concluded at 7:47 a.m. UTC -7. All of that took, in the lore, 17 minutes. Fucking love water. That's not what this is, but still. Attachment code CC702/F000/RR777-05. Helpline Communications number 8235. Date received the 28th of October 2020. A little anachronistic with how much we're jumping back and forth, yeah? Is that intentional? Addressed to Robert S. Carter, written by the great Duke Ashtaroth. Have you made a single attempt to rein in your business partners? Do you have any idea what shape his retaliation has taken? In the past week, they have filled no less than 50 slot machines with silly string, elephant toothpaste, and some unidentified colorful tar, rendering them completely dysfunctional. Mobilized an infantry of toy armament to do indiscriminate damage in 2 more of my hotels, sent his bitch of a publicist wearing entirely different skin so we did not recognize her until after the fact, into the Pearl Points Casino to play poker at the high rollers table, where she tiered the house out of $150,000 US over the course of an hour before leaving. Deployed swarms of sugar silverfish inside the vaults of that same casino, which ate through God knows how much paper cash while they were successfully exterminated. Unleashed scores of those heinous living crayon drawings of little red men to terrorize the customers in 3 brothels I'm affiliated with. Living crayon drawings or SCP-9145. I want to... Oh, hey, you wrote this one. I'm going to read this after the fact, just like for myself, though, not for the recording. You should read this all yourself as well. Flooded my house an inch deep with red acrylic paint, kidnapped one of my blackjack dealers and returned him with the following message embroidered across his chest in red thread. The cruel and unusual punishments will continue until morale improves. All this from a fucking toy company. It's appalling. And do you suppose I, in all my centuries spent lavishing in depravity, am easily appalled? I want them gone. Get them out, Robert. My throat. Am I getting too loud for my fucking house? Called transcript, insert serial number here, -701. Date, 27th of November 2020. Time begin, 12:55 UTC -7. Begin transcript. Robert Carter answers the phone call from Mr. Red. Red, finally! Jeez, you know how many times never mind, it's okay. Where are you right now? Robert, I'm at the aquarium. Red, you... Yeah, that's a good one. Robert, I'm not joking. There's one at the Mandalay Bay Resort and a casino. Not the best in the world, but they got a pretty good starfish exhibit. Red is stunned to silence for 3 seconds. Is there a reason you called? Red. Don't you feel it all slipping through your fingers? Robert is silent for 2 seconds. Yeah, of course. Red. Then why don't you care? Look, I'm certain we all have very different mindsets about business, but we're about to lose all we've been working towards, and we're losing it pretty spectacularly. I might add, and you're at the aquarium. Red doesn't respond. Or Robert doesn't respond. Red can be heard pacing around his room. He's gonna find out, Robert. I mean, who am I kidding? He probably already knows, and he's just gonna sit back and watch me fail just to indulge me. Robert, tell him about my dad? Red, who else? I mean, what happens when yours finds out? Robert, thought Piper said they're not gonna find out. I got those amnestics for her. What else could she need? Red laughs in despair. Piper's good at what she does, yeah. Get her up to fool me into thinking that we'll always be able to make sure that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas indefinitely. But even if she makes one thing go away, what about the next and the one after that? Red sighs, silence for 5 seconds. Would you please say something? Robert, whether or not the casino's salvageable, we can still cut our end-of-year losses, pull up a soft landing in Q1. Red, does using all that jargon make you feel better about it all? Robert, it's not jargon, it's real strategy pivot, but we can't accomplish it unless you stop making war. Red, they started it. Robert, quit being childish. I'm on your side here, Red, but you've cost them a lot of money. Red, no amount of money in the world can buy reputation. Robert, were you so concerned with reputation when you threw that baker to the mob and let them pull him into, what was it, taffy? Red, absolutely. Why should I not want to be feared? Fear preserves you by a dread of punishment which never fails. Robert snorts. Red, what? I'm right and you know it. Love's great, but it's largely useless in business. Undependable, at least. Robert, come to the aquarium. Red, what, Robert? I don't have time to stand around and look at fish with you. Robert, I can hear you pacing grooves on the floor, and you're talking to me anyway. At least in person, it's more secure. Red sighs. Then maybe you can tell me how you managed to get silverfish in one of the most secure vaults in Las Vegas. Red laughs silently. Oh, slightly. Fine, see you in 20. End transcript. Time concluded at 1:03 p.m. UCT, which means the call took about 8 minutes. Attachment code serial number -06. Date receive. Hellbound Communications 8241. Date receive. What the fuck is this on my phone? What the fuck? What is it? Ain't never seen that before. Hellbound Communications 8241. Date received the 29th of November 2020. Addressed to Robert S. Carter. Read MC&D Dr. Wondertainment. Written by the great Duke Ashtaroth. Well, we've made quite the sport of being thorns in each other's sides these past few weeks, haven't we? I must say, Mr. Wondertainment, I admire your attrition. That's fucked up. That man's a doctor. Oh, are we going with the continuity where that's... Okay. I was about to say, which continuity are we using, actually? I admire your attrition, yet perhaps we are now at a point where we can stop and be adults about this. At Mr. Carter's urging, in light of ongoing conflict, I propose we meet in private room at the Palms Casino Resort. Mr. Carter's preferred place of stay here, if memory serves. 8 p.m. on Tuesday, December 1st. Ah, what is that in the fucking wonderful Wondertainment calendar? Rather than jump into negotiations, weapons and tempers blazing, I thought we could even enjoy a few rounds of drinks at poker to start. I know how your lot loves playing games, Mr. Wondertainment. Do we all find this agreeable? Please do a thing where like they get pissed for not being called Doctor and it's To Robert from Red sent the 29 the past the 29th of August 2020. Subject Hellcom. Lol, that means laugh out loud. So they want to bury that. Is this should totally be 11, by the way, right? I'm not wrong. Might want to check that, Mix Sinister. So they want to bury the hatchet, huh? Fine. Look, I'll be honest. I don't really like poker all that much, and Piecework's got a better face for it than I do anyway. If I go, she's coming. I'll pay the extra buy-in. If anything, Astaroth should be grateful I'm bringing a handler. I'm not completely without self-awareness. No, I'm probably not the best guy to send the peace talks, but let's see if we can't nevertheless find a way to all kiss and make up. Incident report. CC 702 /FF000 RR777-02. Date the 1st of December 2020. Penned by Robert S. Carter. I accompanied Mr. Red and Piper Ellison to meet with Astaroth and two of his colleagues for a few friendly rounds of poker to be followed by attempts to resolve recent business disagreements. I was hoping for a civil conversation. Instead, half a dozen demons dropped from the ceiling and out of the walls or even dealt the river. As a testament to the mistrust on both sides, Wondertainment turned out to have a number of their own waiting in the wings as well, who jumped immediately into the fray when it went sideways. Rather than a negotiation, what ensued was nothing short of a bloodbath. Wondertainment representatives showed up concealing quite the firepower, I'll give them that much, but it wasn't enough. I only lost an arm, which I can regrow by the end of the week. While the Wondertainers took more severe beatings, when I could tell through all that vanilla-scented gun smoke, I believe Red managed to drag Miss Ellison's corpse away from the scene of the negotiation. Unsure what the death toll ended up being. Lucky me would have been an irrevocable declaration of war to kill an MC&D junior partner, and even so, it's not like the demons truly wanted me dead. Astaroth even offered to buy me a drink when the dust settled. As for what this all means for the future of file number here, that is a question for lawyers and other such more qualified people. I pass this whole mess off under their hands. Moving forward, as I have achieved and even surpassed last quarter's goals, I see no reason why this fluke should be a mark on my record. That track. What is this? Whoop. Man, y'all are, like, together for ages, huh? Given that. Avenue 5. I don't think I remember you. When were you made? Well, I'd fucking be waiting on no, hold on. When were you made? I used to know how to fucking 2 years at least. I always forget how to find when the hell this shit was made. Following letters from the personal correspondence of Robert S. Carter delivered via origami messenger pigeon on the 12th of February 2020. No, wait, no, wrong. On the 2nd of December 2020. Well, we gave it the good old college try, didn't we? Bought the ticket, took the ride. Wish things would turn out better, but what good is wishing? You might believe in magic stars, but that makes one of us. Look, I'm going to be in timeout for a while. Fancy way of saying I'm going to be in my apartment thinking about what went wrong. Might be good for you, too. Not the house arrest, just a reflection time, you know? Won't be down long, now with Christmas just around the corner, though I'm not sure how much Dad will actually let me help with that this year. Haven't spoken with him much since I got home. Left Piecework's body with him before he sent me to my room. Oh, you might believe magic stars makes one of us. Okay. Hope things go alright with your Oh, yeah, yeah. To Carter. It's like, okay, yeah, yeah. Hope things go alright with your dad. At least in mine yells at me. I've usually been doing it for longer, goading him into it, but I don't think I've ever heard you properly raise your voice, have I? Do you? No matter how things go, don't be afraid to write to me. Easier to communicate via pigeons and electronics. Honestly, I've rusted through more laptops than I'd like to admit over these past few weeks. Or it was your writing hand that got chopped off. Just don't be a stranger, Robert. That's all I ask. Mr. Red, discontinued. Signature, interesting. Date, December 2nd, 2020, from Legal Department, Dr. Wondertainment Incorporated. To those who it may concern, this letter functions as a formal notice of Dr. Wondertainment Incorporated's termination of involvement with the casino crimes and venture, the casino. It will contribute no further resources to the casino as an active venture, but understand there may exist implicit obligation to aid and facilitate its dissolution. This notice does not indicate the cessation of Dr. Wondertainment's partnership with Marshall Carter and Dark Limited, nor any other parties beyond the scope of the casino. Sincerely, Wondertainment's legal eagles. To Robert from Rupert. Date sent same day, which is 2nd December at 12:13 Pacific Standard Time. Subject is disappointment. Your holiday is over. Return to London at once and come to my office. No delay, no excuses. There we can begin to figure out what needs to be done to pick up after all this ruinous adventure of yours. How you let it get this out of hand is beyond me. Matter of fact, I'm not convinced you ever had a hand in it to begin with. Seems to me you gave the reins up to Wondertainment's crew from the very start. Have you no pride in your own work? Matters the doctor's son may be. At least he can never be called passive. To Red from Robert. Date sent the same day, exactly 2 minutes afterwards. Subject, nice knowing you. I just got called back to my father's office. If you don't hear from me in the next 3 to 5 business days, do me a favor and assume I'm dead. I'm sure your old man's not too much happier with you. Good luck, Red. It's all your fault, you fucker. What's this? It's just the next part, yeah? Yeah, it is. Well, that's very... Oh, shit, I didn't vote. I like this casino thing. That's really fun, actually. Child-friendly casino. It's, like, hilarious. But, yeah, no, that's enough for me, dog. That's really good. I love seeing Wondertainment, and honestly, them partnering up with MC&D for something like this is endlessly interesting to me. I love the corporate aggression in not exactly standard corporate manner. It's really fun. I like that a lot. And now on to part 2 by Xenon Cores. You're the lead of the group, aren't you? Yeah. It's not it's something else. I always want to say Xenon, but that's not what it is. I'm so apologies. Devil's Cry, Live with Your Sin. Is that? No, that's different, right? Toy Vice, Children in Sin City, Devil's Cry with the... Yeah, that's different. Content warning. Parental abuse, harm to children, implied ableism. That's fun. Oh, let me crack my... Oh, that actually hurt. Oh, now I gotta crack my back. Fix y'all's posture. I know yours posture is not as good as it should be, much like mine is. Holy fuck! That was good. That was good. Internal memo number 97761, attachment code lot PJ72CX-01, date the 9th of December 2020, if we're going by the... To Robert S. Carter, penned by Hogarth M. Cartwright. I know what happened in Vegas. The Darks and your father have yet to tell you, but they expect you to make up our losses. I'll be helping you out for now. Better me than them. It'll make my job tidying the books far easier. Lord knows I already have enough to deal with. Initial write-up, penned by Rupert Carter, date the 9th of December 2020. I got that right. Interest, medium, identifier, casino, crimson, cleanup, number 2. Description. My pride and joy of an heir somehow found a way to mess things up again. Who knew? Some would say I shouldn't say such things about my nephew. I do want to call him... Do I want to call him my son right now? But he besmirches the Carter name, makes our bloodline look like idiots, makes me look like a buffoon for not reining him in sooner. I don't understand. I simply do not understand how we can ignore things till the last minute like it won't tarnish our reputations. Is he stupid? Is he stupid, not right in the head? Oh, wait, what's the fucking... Are you well? Do you have brain damage? Is that what you're referencing? Or maybe I'm just... Percival keeps recommending him counseling, but he never remembers his appointments. What a joke. Is it some fault of mine in how I've raised him? He's been given nothing but love, nothing but the finest things in the world, nothing but all the money and servants he could ever want. And this is how he repays me? By exploding the biggest collaboration we've had in the American West in decades and mucking up a third of the contracts we have in hell where he's at? While he's at it? I really shouldn't write my emotions out in these. Whatever happened has happened, and he has been whipped appropriately enough to do better next time. Footnote number 1 is... Obviously not literally putting this note in for posterity's sake, so someone can't twist my words against me, Rupert. He's also been denied PTO for the next 8 months, which frankly doesn't even use correctly. Half his vacations are spent in hotel suites just reading or taking naps. I asked his wait staff, why fly out to some beautiful locale just to be coped up in a room all day? Is he a fool? I know the answer to that, and it shames me greatly, but what shames me even more is this lot. We bled money trying to recoup the losses in the casino, and now we have to sell the inventory for mere pennies because we can't drum up business for Wondertainment's products. What hogwash. The UIU's got involved, so potential buyers are being scared away, especially the 3 Portlands. This is going to make us look like cowards, but Percival has instructed me to get rid of everything, so I have no choice in the matter anymore. It is what it is. File opened under lot PJ72CX, Marshall Carter and Dark Limited. Internal memo 9776-3, attachment code, same lot number, -02. The 10th of December 2020 is the date, to Robert S. Carter, penned by Hogarth M. Cartwright. Robert, how are you? I heard your father yelling at you again. Internal memo 9776-5, attachment code, same as last, -03. Same date, to Robert from Hogarth. Don't ignore my memos now, I know they're getting through. Misery loves company. I'll be working late today if you want a drink. Internal memo 9776. This is gonna be the last one. My throat fucking sucks right now. This actually like hurts so much. 9776-8. Attachment code same as last. -04. Same date. To Robert Carter and Hogarth, penned by Rupert Carter. No drinks. You don't deserve that sort of kindness or the mess you made. Go home and meditate on your mistakes. Internal memo 9777-0, attachment code same as last, -05, same date, to Robert and Rupert Carter, penned by Hogarth. He's under my purview when I say he's free to do as he pleases. If you're going to preach restraint, you should lay off the vices yourself. No one likes a hypocrite. Internal memo 9777-1, same attachment code as last time, -06, same date, to Hogarth, penned by Rupert. This entire project is my product of the line, have you forgotten that? Memo 9777-2, same as last time, attachment code -07. What is this? Is this the stars thing again? Yeah. I don't recognize. Oh, I guess this is where it comes from. 9777-2, same as last time, -07. Same date, to Robert and Rupert, penned by Hogarth. Have you forgotten who your lead accountant in 70 years is? The lifeblood of this company runs through me, Rupert. You and this company are nothing without men like me, and the cards before you at least had the decency to recognize this. If Percival has a problem with me, she'll tell me, and don't forget that I can damn you with a couple of well-placed numbers. I know how much you care about those. PJ72CX /HB7YV /2X049, status selling, demand medium, reserve £5,000, $6,600, low estimates, 12,000 pounds. I don't recognize symbols on easily. /1600 USD. High estimate is 15,000 pounds or 29,300 USD. Availability is 1. It is unique. Identifier Wondertainment's virtuality buddy machine 3000 trademarked. Item is a portable arcade machine which transports the user to a temporary plane of reality created exclusively for the user's body to inhabit. In this space, user can utilize an avatar generated by the console to meet and befriend various trademark characters belonging to Wondertainment Incorporated, including but not limited to Bearby Barrington, Sally Longface, Andy Android, Pedro Plushman Ultra, and more. Characters retain memories of players between sessions and can remember secrets. Notes, one of those things I was surprised they didn't want back. Turns out during some post-incident data mining, they found out kids were taking out the frustration of the characters using it as an outlet to vent about their parents. We had someone arrested because of this, Robert Carter. MC&D Limited. Internal Memo 97775, attachment code dash, I'm just going to say 08, you know the serial number by now. Date, the 11th of December. Two-day intervals. 2-day interval. Wait, am I blind as fuck? No, I'm blind as fuck. 1 day, it's 1 or 2. It's 1 or 2. I should wear my glasses more when I'm fucking reading files. To Robert from Hogarth. One would think Wondertainment would enjoy a product of theirs being a troubled kid's place to go to for sanctuary, yet we've got neurotic lawyers scared of the idea that kids' lives aren't all cotton candy and glitter, and they continue to impress me. Memo 97778, attachment code -09, same day, to Hogarth from Robert. I don't particularly care for lawyers. They have too much starch in their suits and too much on their agenda. 97781, attachment code -10, same day, to Robert from Hogarth. They're better than devils, at least. Those bastards will twist you every way to Sunday. Even worse, they're from the treachery layer. Wondertainment's being taken to the cleaners by some parents who got some in their pocket after what happened. Channel Memo 97782, attachment code -11, same day, to Hogarth from Robert. You're not my dad. Stop acting like it. 97783, attachment code -12, same day, to Robert from Hogarth. Would your dad put his neck on the line so literally for you? Internal Memo 97785, attachment code -13, same day, to Hogarth from Robert. Snake-toting freak. Need to get back to working these lots. I'm supposed to make my father proud. 97788, attachment code 14, date, same day. To Robert from Hogarth. Don't let Rupert shake to you. Maybe lobby's not worth more mistakes. PJ72CX /RR71Z /6JFDD. Status selling, demand low. Reserve is 2K pounds, 2663 USD. Low estimate is 3,500 pounds, or 4661 USD. High estimate is 5,000 pounds, or 6,600 USD. Availability 4 pieces, footnote show. One broke during shipping, wasn't my fault, promise, but I happen to record a document that it happened, Robert Carter. Identifier, Happy Hoopla Hoppy Hour Clown. That was a bitch to say. Crown, I didn't even fucking say it right. Description, a set of plastic crowns which, when set upon the user's head, will give them the energy to boundlessly hop around for 3 hours, regardless of age or previous ability to jump. Jumping will not affect or wear down joints and produces endorphins similar to opioids without any withdrawal effects. We were given this back as Wondertainment tried to market this one as a physical therapy tool, but the kids they used this on hurt themselves really badly. Figures. Therapies for chumps anyway, from Robert Carter. MC&D Limited. Internal Memo 97794. Attachment lock code is 15. Date, the 12th of December. 1 day intervals. 2020, to Robert from Hogarth. Didn't know you thought of me that way. Guess I've been a chump for longer than you lived. Are you missing something? Yeah, we're missing something. Internal Memo 97795. Attachment code is 16. Same day, to Hogarth from Robert. Crazy bastard. Being in therapy doesn't solve that nobody in the office likes you. Internal Memo 97797. Attachment code is 17. Same day, to Robert from Hogarth. I don't appreciate being spoken to like that. Is this your idea of what a sharp wit is like? It looks more like biting the hand to me. Have you considered medical help throughout this mess? An animal never bites without reason. It bites because it's in pain, it's ill, it's afraid and cornered. Maybe there's something out there that'll work for you. Should you look? If you were to have better luck with medication than me, that is. Memo 97799. Attachment code is 18. Look at that later. Same day to Hogarth from Robert. Stop lecturing me. You know everyone can see these memos if they wanted to pull records, right? You're gonna look like a fool trying to help me, and all I need is to get my daily tasks done, and I'll be fine. That's it. And I can't take medication. Don't work for me. Prozac, ibuprofen, alprazolam, all the crazy pills. Think some kind of curse I've had on me for a while. Total memo 97-800, attachment code 19, 12th of December, so same day. To Robert from Hogarth. I don't think it's foolish to take your side in this whole mess, especially if the Darks think otherwise. Total memo 97-804, attachment code is 20, same day. To Hogarth from Robert. Prove it. I've had enough of everyone staring at me and Percival coming to my office to see if I'm not napping on the job. Who even told her I do that? Looks like feels like she's getting. Fuck! I dropped my coin. It's not a coin. It's actually a flat on top of an old sparkling water bottle. Bottle cap. Who even told her I'd do that? It feels like she's gonna eat me if I disappoint her. It feels like everyone is in some way waiting for me to fail. Total memo 97-805. Attachment code is 21. Same day. Robert, penned by Hogarth. Give me an hour. Total memo 97-806. Attachment code 22. Same day. To Percival, penned by Hogarth. Percival, about Robert. When I say I'm handling something, I mean it. I do not want others prying or sticking their fingers into my work, and you know this. Robert's duties right now are my business, not yours. You own this company, yes. I know you want to make sure he's doing his work, but my advice should have gotten through to you by now. This does not help anyone. People grow frustrated, people grow paranoid, they break. It makes their heart take charge rather than the mind. You and Ruprecht have done enough, and you certainly do not need to loom over him, waiting for that inevitable failure you think you see coming. You'll see results if you just give us time, give us patience, leave us to it, let him prove himself to you. Total memo 97-808, attachment code 23, same day. To Hogarth by Percival. Where's the sudden boldness coming from, this energy? Could you not pull this towards your own work? I haven't seen you this lively since the last time I allowed you to string up a company trader in your office's garden. Internal memo 97-810, attachment code 24, date 12-12, to Percival, penned by Hogarth. I deserve more than that garden, by the way, for all the misery you put me through, for all the mindless busy work you pile on my desk. You expect me to drudge through and eat it up like it's any good. I don't put this energy to my work because there's nothing to put it to. All the work I've given does bore me half to death. SCP-102, fuck me dead. This is like a recent number. What the fuck is this? Eh? Y'all fuckers have been busy with the Black Diamond Billions, huh? Oh, I can respect that. Anyway. Building. Leak. My throat is fucking killing me. Internal memo 97-811. Attachment code 25. Date the 13th of December 2020. To Hogarth, penned by Percival. Focus. This is about Robert, not your malignant hang-ups. What are you planning with the boy that Rupert cannot match? Internal memo 97-812. Oh, fucking it. Okay, fought off nausea. Attachment code 26, date 13th of December 2020, same day. Why am I reading it? To Percival, penned by Hogarth. Planning? Don't think so lowly of me, Percival. I see him more as a tool. I'm seeing the potential in Robert that you and Rupert refuse to help grow. Rupert's work ethic is admirable, but excessive. He's the kind of man that you can make fables out of. 90-hour work weeks, making up the difference with sleeping spells, yelling and snapping at his people like that's any way to lead. Were he in my old line of work, behavior like his would have wound him off by his own men in record time. Hell, even by his own son. I've seen fathers killed for less. Robert's got flaws of his own, we all do, but it's not often he's truly given a chance to show what else he's got other than flaws, and this mess is no better. Internal memo 97-815, attachment code 27, same day. Is it the same day? Yeah. To Hogarth from Percival, but fear is a very effective tool in the workplace to some extent. One always needs to be a little afraid of losing their job because at the end of the day, our performance defines who we are, and there's little getting around what kind of results you produce. Internal memo 97-816, attachment code 28, same day. To Percival from Hogarth. Robert can't lose his job. Isn't that the whole point of an heir? You're meant to build an heir, give them the means to realize their potential, not tear him down. He needs help, a trellis to climb, and if success, results, is what matters to you, then don't make his job harder than it needs to be. Set him up for success. I know rich families didn't stop doing that after my time at the war. I know you're sharper than this, you're not this ignorant, and if you are now, maybe it's time to pass the company along to your own heir. Internal memo 97819, attachment code 29, same day, to Hogarth from Percival. I'll ignore whatever I want to because it's my company. I have a say in how it runs. I know it like the back of my hand. I know what needs to be, know what it needs and what it does not. Who are you to tell me, my over 600 years of age, that I'm wrong about this? Internal memo 97819, attachment code 30, date same, to Percival, penned by Hogarth. Ignore me if you want. It's your risk to take. Just don't blame me when it all comes crashing down. Internal memo 97821, attachment code 31, same date, to Hogarth from Percival. Very bold words for an accountant, you. Internal memo 97822, attachment code 32, date same as usual, to Percival, penned by Hogarth. Lead accountant, excuse you, and if you take issue with me, kill me. No, wait, you won't. Internal memo 97823, attachment code 33, same date, to Hogarth and Percival, penned by Ruprecht. Whatever. Where on earth do you get off talking like this to Percival? I don't care how many of our numbers you get your hands dirty with or how good you are at sniffing out traitors. You will not tell us what to do. You will not tell me what to do, especially. Internal memo number... I have not read this. Not read much MC&D stuff, admittedly. Internal memo 97827, attachment code 34, date same, to Hogarth and Ruprecht, penned by Percival. Stop, Ruprecht. If you're insistent I have power over everyone, do not question who I entertain, who I do not. Mr. Cartwright, you make a convincing argument. However, don't think I don't see your true intentions here. You already convinced my daughter you are somehow a stable mentor, full of seasoned worldly guidance, but I will not allow you to fool Robert the same way. If you really think that this situation would be better off handed to you, then prove it. I'm giving you fortnight to recuperate at least 75% of our losses, or else you'll give Robert's situation to us permanently. Given he's barely covered 2% at this point, I imagine you'll find that a worthwhile challenge. Internal memo number 97831, attachment code 35, same date as usual, to Percival and Ruprecht, penned by Hogarth. Just says, of course. Memo 97832, attachment code 636, same date, to Hogarth, penned by Robert. What the hell did you do? I was supposed to meet with Percival today. What'd you say to her? Memo 97833, attachment code 37, same date, to Robert from Hogarth. You'll find out when you pull the memos. For now, I need you to think you're sharp despite your fears of eating the frog. This is a puzzle to be solved, not to work loose. Somewhere is the trick that gets us the money back. Prove the company wrong, Robert. Find our trick. Status selling demand low. PJ72CX /3LBYS /7CAS1. Status selling demand low. Reserve is... Fuck me dead. Please put commas in your stuff. £1 million or... 1,333,400 US dollars. Low estimate of £2 million, which translates to 2,668,000 US dollars, at the high estimate of £3,500 or 4,669,000. Availability 1, it is not unique. 3 are confirmed to exist within Wondertainment's inventory. Identifier, Fun Ho Talking Toy Car, Question Edition, 1983, trademarked. Small aluminum toy car which speaks 8 different languages. Footnote 4. English, Spanish, Polish, Japanese, Urdu, Mandarin, Chinese, and Basque. Okay. Wait, 8? English, Spanish, Polish, Japanese, Urdu, Mandarin, Chinese, and Basque. That is 7. Powered by pouring sugar syrup into its carrying bed, at which the syrup will be quickly consumed, not assumed and sentient, but it can only as it can only answer questions with the intelligence of an average 30-year-old American, designed for children just learning to speak. Note, I was wondering why this had such high reserve price. Turns out it was manufactured with a deadly parachemical in the paint which causes severe congenital deformities over a period of 6 months. Nobody's quite sure how this managed to get into the casino, but Entertainment's lawyers are dealing with the mom of a kid who swallowed it and nearly choked on this, desperate to get this back into their own vaults. Oh yeah, I get what you're angling for. MC&D Limited. Internal memo 97839, attachment code 38, date the 14th, 1 day intervals. of December 2020 to Hogarth, penned by Robert. I hate puzzles. They make me feel tired. Don't fool around with me like this. Wondertainment's lawyers. Don't fool around with me like Wondertainment's lawyers did. They made me feel stupid, acting all high and mighty about their trademarks or copyright, like I don't know basic copyright law. Myself, like I don't know how important it is to company reputation, like I don't know how much it costs to register patents to protect them from... Wait, I have an idea. Mail 97, 842. Attachment code 39, date, same one, to Robert from Hogarth. I knew you could do it. I don't feel like sending an email, so mention your pigeon it is. Yes, we still use those just like you do. To the Wondertainment lawyers who so graciously get to me with every aspect of American patent and copyright law, I'm writing to let you know that we have found buyers for the latest items of lot PJ72CX. I'm updating you on this per informal agreement as they are your intellectual property, and you wanted information on what buyers would be going to. The buyer we have in mind is Shumi, owned by LFL Holdings. Sure, you've heard of them before, as they are the biggest discount retailer in the world right now, selling items at deep discounts to customers by exploiting the de minimis exception in many countries. Despite the thousands of sellers they connect, they are looking to start up their own brand line in the paranatural markets, largely because they have seen the success of Anderson Robotics and Delilah Patrice Beauty in places like 3 Portlands, El Fame, Rio de Janeiro, Istanbul, and more. The modern, well-to-do consumer is ever the more hungry for magical trinkets to satisfy their bottomless appetites, and who are we to say no? Why not give them the secret world in an app if they can pay up? Obviously, this comes with a catch. Shumi cannot buy your patents due to your staunch refusal to deal with them because of their extreme child labor practices, but this does not prevent us from giving them your toys and them making unscrupulous decisions with your technology, producing potentially dangerous items which would be sold to rich children and possibly hurt them. We cannot guarantee they will not try to use the bootleg entertainment products to boost their sales to parents who still have faith in you. What does this mean? Well, it's simple. Either you buy the items or they do. Simple as. You have no other options, unfortunately, as the losses from Concedo Crimson have been extremely steep. Also, there is an item within this pair which belongs to Mr. Red that we found on a couch cushion as we were cleaning out the casino. This will be sold to them as well. It has his name on it, along with the blood of a few children. Do with that information as you will. I've attached this letter to some of our financials for you to look over so you can make an appropriate offer for the items. You have 48 hours to send back some numbers to us. PJ72CX backslash 1V21L backslash A2YZX. Status sold, demand very high. Fuck me. 10 million US dollars per piece. Availability 2 pieces. Identifier Wondertainment Starstruck Magic Table 3 exclamation points TM. Table's made with epoxy, resin, dark licorice wood, powdered from a childhood wonder. When a child ages 3 to 13 sits at the table, 23-centimeter hologram of their favorite celebrity will appear above the center. Hologram will respond positively to child's desires and wishes, have the ability to produce authentic autographs on paper and clothing items, singing, ASL, and braille functionalities included. Holograms cannot last for more than 3 hours. Imagine someone trying to make a knockoff of this. Magic Wondertainment used to make this one is rather tricky. Imagine anyone who tried to replicate it without following their patents would end up with something that swears at you and gross teeth. Robert Carter. PJ72CX backslash KHG71 backslash I1092. Sold very high, fucking 1,200,000 per piece. Please put commas in this. Ugh. Availability 3 pieces. Identifier Dr. Wondertainment's Sheepy Friend playset. What looks like 6 exclamation points trademarked. Plastic playset, which 40-centimeter white-wooled sheep holds various kitchen utensils. Sheep produces an anomalous substance from its wool, which can become any kind of plastic food when held and sculpted in the hands. Food degrades into carbon dioxide 72 hours after not being handled. Oh, I like that. They're going to want this one back because of how precisely they engineered this to not be a choking hazard, something Shumi definitely would not care to do. Also, it resembled a part of this as a trade secret somehow. Don't ask me how we figured that out. Mr. Cartwright did something again. From Robert Carter. PJ72CX backslash KT71T backslash 5GT55. Status sold very high for fucking $40 million. One, it's unique. Mr. Red's favorite freedom knife with a sharpener. Not trademarked because this looked like it wasn't supposed to make it out of prototyping. Crimson knife with an 18-centimeter blade. Knife gives the user mild and extremely specific telekinetic abilities when in the dominant hand. User becomes capable of cutting the skin of anyone they think about. Notably, however, there's a safety mechanism that the knife cannot actually cut or pierce any sort of material on its own. It will crumple like soft rubber when used this way. Notes: 3 pairs of parents tried to sue us and Wondertainment because somehow, during the Crimson Casino fiasco, kids ended up with dozens of cuts on themselves. Wonder what Mr. Red's dad thought of that, and if this was the culprit. Would have been a demon for all we know. I should see that if he's okay. Robert Carter. Total memo 97-85-7, attachment code 40, date 16. No longer 1 and 2 date intervals. Wait a minute. 2-day intervals. It's 2-day intervals. 16th of December 2020 to Hogarth from Robert. I did it. Fuck, I did it. Memo 97-85-9, attachment code 41, same day to Robert from Hogarth. What a clever trick that is. I knew you could do it. Memo 97-860, 42 is the attachment code, same day, Hogarth, pen for Robert. You think Percival and Dad would be mad at me if I contacted Mr. Red again? Need to see him, see if he's okay. Can't imagine what his own dad did to him. Memo 97-862, attachment code 43, same day, to Robert from Hogarth. Your life's your own, Robert. Don't let Percival Rupert hold you down. Do as your heart says. 97, sorry, I cracked my back. 97-86-3, attachment code lot is 44, same day, to Hogarth from Robert. Oh, my heart? What are you talking about? Red's just a friend of mine. Cute. Memo 97-866, lot code is 43, same date, to Robert from Hogarth. Didn't suggest anything else, but you two were close. I think you should take the chance while you have it. Go see him, send him a letter the way lovers did back in my time. I'm sure you'd appreciate it as a friend. Oh man. When did you post yours? Recently, right? I swear I saw it like up here. Fuck, I want to read this so bad. Mr. Red, discontinued. How are you keeping? I hope you're well enough to fly out to Vegas again and have dinner with me. Yeah, dinner, I said it. I know you had some bad experiences in this jewel-soaked city of sand, but it's nothing a little caviar and caffeine and restaurant can't fix. Does your dad let you have caffeine? No, he does or doesn't. I'll buy you a cherry float-flavored Diet Coke anyway. Maybe a red velvet milkshake. No, that's your favorite food. Maybe I can't beat out the sweets in Wonder World, TM, but I hope you'll let me try. Send me back something and let me know how you feel. Please, Robert Shahid Carter. Hope you'll let me try. He's buying something. Is that romantic to y'all? Yeah. Experiences are limited. This is fun. I liked it. It's very well made. I liked all the. Why are you not? There we are. I liked all the little lot numbers and shit that we got to get a little peek behind the curtain of. That was really fun. I enjoyed that immensely. Mostly just because I love, like, off the cuff, rapid fire shit like that. Shipping manifestos are fun, I suppose, in a nice way. Part of why I like that pamphlet a lot for the for Fabris Pharmaceuticals. I wonder if we'll have. Sorry, I need to double check your names. I wonder if we'll have Mix Sinister and Seexnon cores. I don't know how to pronounce your name in the comments of this one, the same way we did for the last one. I say jokingly, I'm sure they won't. Regardless, this is very fun. They'll be in the description. You just read them yourself, or as you see fit. And I hope you'll let me read more to you tomorrow. Tomorrow is today. It's 12 in the morning. I need to go to bed. Night, y'all.